Welcome everybody. We are going to be streaming a zombies Easter egg run. We're going to be going on directed mode. This will be kind of a guide to completing Liberty Falls. Now when it comes to loadouts, I like to use any type of AR or SMG. Typically the Krig 6 is kind of the go-to. I'm going to show you guys my setup right here. So we have some form of an optic, whatever you like. The most important thing out of any of these 8 that you can throw on your weapon is the suppressor. The suppressor is kind of unique and special only for zombies because it has a chance to drop extra salvage, and we're going to be abusing this when it comes to leveling up our weapon. Extra salvage is going to allow you to get green tier, blue tier, purple tier, hopefully legendary tier, though we won't need to get it that high. But it'll do it much quicker, and same goes for Vulturade. Vulturade's also got a bonus perk on it that's going to give you more scrap. We're going to be taking that into account as well. I like to run reinforced barrel. Again, all these stats pop up. These are kind of the main ones, right? So if you run short barrel, you're just missing out on bullet velocity for some form of handling, though there isn't an actual stat to it. I'm sure somebody could probably tell me what it actually is. CHF barrel. I like this barrel. It increases your overall damage by about 9%. Awesome. And that can come in handy. However, I find that the recoil reduction and bullet velocity, and then if you notice, they don't really call it out, but the damage beyond range and damage range. If you look at some of these other barrels, for example, the long barrel is great. It's got the most damage beyond range and most damage effective range. However, its bullet velocity drops off. Gain twist, you lose about 10 meters. Short barrel, you lose about 10 meters. And CHF barrel, you lose about 10. Now, this isn't such a big deal on this map. However, when you are fighting the boss, for say, on Terminus, the more range you have, the better. You're going to be fighting a boss from kind of a long distance, and reinforced barrel, same thing with Citadel de Mortis. If you're going to run that run too, you want some range on your weapon. Damage drop off hurts. For underbarrel, I like to run Ranger foregrip. This is nice because compared to the others, you're not really getting a sprint movement increase, and movement speed is critical in zombies. The more you have, the higher your quality of life. Extended mag 2. When Pack-a-Punch, you know, is an insane amount of ammo for one magazine, despite the reload quickness going down. There is an argument to be had that maybe just running extended mag 1 or flip mag is good. I never run the fast mags. I think it's a waste of time. But extended mag 2 is really kind of amazing when it comes to pack-a-punching your weapon and being extremely effective. Quick draw grip, I like this as opposed to, you know, sprint to fire. In zombies, most of the time, sprint to fire is your golden rule. But sprint to fire and aim down sights kind of go hand in hand. You'll notice when I play, and I think most players do too, when you're running and you're farming a train, you will do your rounds, get the group together, and then you aim down sights and look for the headshot. And I think with quick draw, you're reducing both your sprint to fire and aim down sight speed to be as low in combination as possible. I try to keep them even is what I'm going for, so you can see 205 and 220 is pretty even. I could do the math, you know, like assault grip, yeah, my aim down sight speed goes up a little bit, and sprint to fire goes down, and overall combined you're looking at like 410 milliseconds versus the 425 milliseconds. But not all the time are you sprinting and aiming down sights, so I like quick draw grip. Balanced stock is one of the best that you can go with. There is an argument to be made for no stock. However, I do like aim down sight speed, aim walking movement. This is improved with your stamina. I highly recommend you get the stalker perk. We'll go over those in a minute, but I like balanced stock. And then recoil spring, so that way you're not struggling with aiming. You can see the overall stats for the weapon with this set of gear equipped. It's overall very solid. If you don't have a max level Krig 6, Model L is super close in stats, almost identical. If I can pull up the Krig 6 versus the Model L, Krig C, sorry, I keep calling it 6. They're very close. In fact, the recoil is worse, but the reload speed is better. Movement speed's a little bit worse. So again, damage is the same. I like Model L. I used to use it all the time. But we're going to be running Creek 6. For field upgrades, I like Frenzy Guard. Aether Storm's pretty solid, or Aether Shroud. Do what you like, it's kind of preference there. And then for augments, I'm going to show you equip augments. I got Stamina Up, Stalker Quarterback, Dying Wish, Reactive Armor. I'm trying this one out. Normally I use Probiotics. Melee Macchiato, I really dig Espresso. Heal on melee kill is great, but melee speed is important, and on Citadel de Mortis you'll see it. Classic Formula, Fetid Upgrade, Dr. Ram, Deadhead, and Citrus Focus. These are what we're going with. As well as I like running Deadwire with Chain Lightning, Haste, Napalm, Firebomb, Incinerary, and Ice Cloud Liquid Nitrogen. These are all situational. Let's get into it. Liberty Falls is an awesome map. The game devs really did a nice job on zombies this time.
Security chief to new arrivals.
So for this run, we're going to start out and we're going to kind of farm this first area. There's a couple of zombies that you'll notice are not moving. One's usually in this car, the other one's on the ground. There's 3 points, take them while you can.
You've got eyes. Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready
run
for
up here and
anything.
activate the door so that way that's a direction to the next step. The wonder weapons
Some
in
sort of
here.
half-ass blueprint. Might be
The
worth a
voice
closer
prompt to hit. On bowling alley
Lecture to
pretty
Alpha.
quick.
3 Janus-signed staffers are
I like to
missing
get
somewhere in your
stamina up.
AO.
I don't like to grab it right now.
Locate and extract. I'm counting on their expertise to end this outbreak.
We're gonna just unveil our, well, it'll despawn, but our bank vault numbers, get our bonus points from the table.
That's for smiling.
Double points, great timing on that. If you can get double points towards the beginning of the round, as always, that's the best time to get it. But if you cannot, try to hold it for as long as you can, finish your round as fast as you can. Pick it up later. Move out to the courtyard. We're doing pretty solid. Round 3 already out.
For a team who
Again, we're
didn't
doing this in
expect to take
directed
on the
mode as a
apocalypse
guide,
today.
but
You're handling
the
this
faster
well.
you can get out here, the better. On top of this roof up here is a little head. If you throw any kind of explosive at it, or even fire a Molotov will kick it off. That head will blow up and it'll drop you various rewards. I believe if it's before round 5, you get a blue tier upgrade on your weapon. Just off the gate, which is phenomenal. But if you're on directed mode, some of those side Easter eggs don't work. Good call out right here, there's a nuke. It's a waste of points to grab the nuke early in the round. Try to finish out your round so there's only 2 zombies left. Get the points for it. Get the points for the nuke. It's all about efficiency. Maximize what you can get. Gun. If we're playing a different map, I typically recommend throwing with Deadwire out the gate. Strategy. Pretty straight purposes, but in this one we're gonna grab green.
Front and center, Dillweed!
A better weapon might save your ass.
I love voice prompts on this thing. Gonna open this up. Each round, some of these crystals will respawn. So, oh my gosh, self-revive kit is fantastic if you weren't playing solo. Actually, never gotten that from one of these. You know what? Here's a frag. We're gonna try to see if I can pop that skull like that. I kinda wanna aim it at it.
Frag going out.
Boom. Yeah, see, it didn't pop. All good. Didn't need it anyway. Definitely gonna get a combat axe back there. Hopefully it's not. Good to know. A lot of wasted points there. But we're gonna run out to the graveyard because there's gonna be a gentleman that spawns out here called the groundskeeper. The groundskeeper contains a shed key. We want that shed key. Sometimes
But I knew you would come.
you'll have trouble finding it. But don't be discouraged. He will spawn. It's easier when there's no zombies in the graveyard because you'll see his ping on the minimap. It's very quick, easy to watch out for.
Rest in pieces, asshole.
Okay.
Oh, nice
Point's not bad. Still looking for the groundskeeper. I have also noticed, and I'll call this out in your game, if you don't see the groundskeeper for a while, there is a chance that you just killed him, and the key is on the ground.
About time the eggheads earn their salary.
A little bit trickier to spot. With the groundskeeper, you can tell.
Way to
Not
slut
only
that
does his name
bug
say
out.
groundskeeper, but he is wearing, and to my knowledge, the only zombie that's wearing all flash. So he kind of stands out like a sore thumb. He'll be wearing red with a little bit of a hat on him. There he is. Cool. So there you got the tool shed key. We're going to take this tool shed key.
Max ammo. Seems his luck
We
didn't
don't have
stick
enough
around in
points
the
to
end,
open the
though.
door yet, but when we
Wonder
do,
what the
we're going to
key's
open
for.
this door, and we're going to go over to that shed. It's going to contain a part to our wonder weapon, and then it's also going to lead us to the next piece of the puzzle. Gonna rack up one more points here. Now at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, what kind of perks do I want for later rounds? And by later, I mean just the next one coming up. You know, rounds in the 30s. So by then, you're going to want everything. But for the first few perks, it's really imperative that you get the core 3, which are Quick Revive, Juggernaut, and Stamina. And I would even go so far as to say in that order. I think Quick Revive is the most important perk in the game. Having your health regen trigger as frequently as can is huge. There's going to be points in time where you're getting hit by junk and you just want to shed the damage. That's what that perk's good for.
All right, Riffle.
Juggernaut
Let's
is
see what you
also
can keep
very
your
good,
mind
you know,
up in
increasing
here.
your maximum health
Good
pool.
find. That's
And
got
then
to be the
Stamina
handbrake
gives you
for
the aim
thrust
down
of that
sight
weapon.
speed that we crave, and gives you the
Handy.
mobility that you
That
need
should
to
fit any
survive.
standard pressure control valve.
Don't forget to crouch next to every perk. It gives you 100. Specifically for the step where we're in the Liberty lanes and we have to train zombies while we use water. We'll see here in a second. You're going to want to have all those 3 perks before you go into it. So let's farm up some zombies here. You can see our round is currently 8 of 11. We can go higher, you know. I like this feature. So we're going to take advantage of it and kind of abuse it a little bit. For any of you who haven't created an Easter egg in a directed mode, it'll be a good time for you. So we got some capital. We're going to go and open up our way to quick revive. Grab
That's
quick
Dr.
revive.
Muldoon. Joined the physics team last year. Nice enough guy, but
Arsenal
weird.
here. I've got 1,000, so I'm gonna throw on my blue tier upgrade, and I'm super close to 400. Sorry, 500, which means that I can get my dead wire. I'm going to grab that. It's a great perk. Another pro tip: if you're playing this on non-directed mode, up in this corner here, right next to this AC, is a bonus points for 500. If you have a double points already on and you shoot that, it's a great way to get 1,000 points real quick. It'll spawn wherever you're standing.
Don't start shit you can't finish.
See, we got our double points again. Man, we are being blessed with RNGesus right now. Couple headshots.
Fast and efficient, just like West Point taught.
Start training them up a little bit. Fantastic stuff. Oh man, double points on bonus points too. This game wants to see today. Love that for us. Alright, so we're going to quickly go run over here. We're going to grab Jug. We're going to grab Stam. And then we are going to start the bowling lanes portion of this Easter egg.
Feel like I could set a new PR right now.
And let me know what you guys think. If you're not into the guides, or if you want me to make separate videos where I just run through the Easter egg
Time
without
to outrun the
any
competition.
commentary, I can do that as well.
Did you find a crank wheel by the flower shop?
Be happy to do so. I'm going to clear off some of the you'll notice some of the zombies have yellow eyes, and eventually when I start up the portion of the water valve, then they're going to have purple eyes. The purple eyes, but I notice they come in waves, so it's really important that you do some of the water valving and then give it a break for a minute, clear the wave,
That's gonna attract some attention. Keep
Come
the
back to
hostiles
it.
clear. We need to build pressure behind that valve.
repeat until you get it done. We're going to hold on to this as long as we can. You can see there's a purple eye coming in. He's spawning because I'm hitting this water. Same thing with this guy. So we got some decent progress on the valve. I don't want to get beat up too bad. I'm going to clear out these guys. Keep hitting the gauge. You can see I kind of bought myself a little window of time there. Now the regular zombies are coming in, so we're going to cancel it. Keep running around. Just survive. And that's the thing too, is a lot of the time in zombies, people are overwhelmed. They're like, oh my gosh, look at how much crap is on the screen.
Sometimes the wave
Surrounded. If you run in a pattern, right, there's a little bit of like a method to the madness. You could just do circles, but I think figure eight's also works pretty well. You get them all pooled up here. You can survive without shooting a single round of zombies if you really want to do it. You just gotta get fluid with the movement that they're trying to do. Almost therapeutic.
Got a whole squad of maggot mouth.
And then I like dead wire because it has the state change. Getting clearing out large groups. We got all of them dead. Just gonna hold F, or the build button. Oh, cleared them all out. Like that. Okay, so at this point, we're gonna get our pressure gauge.
One more item crossed off the shopping
Now
list.
we
This
need to
better
get a
be worth
mangler.
it.
Manglers are going to start spawning at round 11, so, you know, we're kind of going as fast as we can. They might be able to spawn at round 10. Not entirely sure, but that's the next step in the puzzle. You'll notice my ammo situation is not ideal. We are going to go ahead and grab another perk to solve that, Vault Raid. In directed mode, it's really cool. The Wonder Fizz, or Perk-Cola machine that contains all of them, spawns in at round 1 on the building. If you're not, it's round 25. We're going to go Vault Raid.
You want to shoot him anywhere?
Uh-oh. There you go. Benefits of reactive armor right guys. Maximize our points. Awesome. And then we're gonna grab Deadshot. Deadshot Daiquiri is fantastic. It's essentially the double tap of today. Though we all do wish, and if COD is watching this video, a double tap would be amazing. Thanks for making Deadshot what it is now. So we're looking at the vault, by the way. I just looked at that piece of paper. You'll notice there was a 20 in the first slot, and then under this bucket I shot, there's a 19 in the third slot. So it's 20-something 19 for the code. I'm just going to remember that. Walking over here. The last piece is under here, so 2014-19. So we're just gonna go back and open the vault because there's not too much going on right now. So we've got the heat off of us. Let's go ahead and do it. When you go to type in this code, they don't hurt you. Make sure you type in the number first before moving on, because if you do, you can't go back. 2014-19, screen, vault's unlocked, sweet deal. You can see they're running away from me right now. Gives you like a temporary saving rate. So this is not a good place to be. You can see there's zombies up the door, and there's zombies coming in on this side. We would have got pinched in that hallway and probably died. Just make sure you keep moving. I do want this double points.
Double points.
Wonderful.
Nowhere to be but here.
Guess that one was done using his body.
Wonderful. Grab speed.
Dang, like taking down a bottle of light.
Another good quote. Double points with the bonus points again. Very lucky. Not a common occurrence. We're going to use this because it's 4,000 for armor. We're going to grab double plate. And we'll grab some ammo too, because 3 bullets is not ideal. I've noticed, and you've probably noticed, we haven't got the Mangler yet. Unfortunately, I don't know if it has anything to do with the map being completely open or not, but we're going to give it a shot. Worst case scenario, if you do not get a Mangler, you can craft for 1,250, I believe, one of the Mangler arms at the crafting bench. Highly advise not doing it, but if you're waiting around for it and it doesn't come, you might as well. And for the sake of the video and moving on, I don't really need the weapon to be max level for the boss fight. It's a nice to have, you won't either. So we're just going to go ahead and craft it here if he's not showing up. Let me just check the map, make sure I got everything unlocked. The only thing that isn't unlocked is some of these zip lines. So we're gonna try to hedge our bet here and open all the doors. We got that zip line. There's a door down here that wraps around. Awesome to have, especially if you're doing exfils. It's quick. Hit this ascension rope. And then the final. Okay, so that's everything on the map that's currently unlocked. We're gonna hope that gives us the benefit of the doubt here. Get one of those manglers to spawn. And they normally spawn in the beginning of the round, and they'll come through this barrier if you're standing right here. So we're just gonna hang on. There you are.
Looks might not last, but style, that's forever.
That's forever. That's right.
As your new overlord, I demand presence. No gift card.
I hear him. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Now it is important that we shoot his arm. You get a better chance at dropping the cannon if we shoot the launcher.
Undead shock trooper
There it
back in the
is.
ground.
So we're gonna blast the doors open
Face down. Nice work. Let's have a look
with
inside.
that arm. That's all we needed it for. So if you want to switch it out with another
That's everyone you got.
better
I ain't leaving till you all in the dirt.
in-slot item, like for example, he dropped this and the loot key. Awesome. We're gonna take that missile to get out of jail free card. Okay, so now we're gonna start searching these piles. There's gonna be like little things of rubble on the ground. Some of them have, you know, enemies in them. Some of them have salvage, but one of them is going to have the cables we need. Wonderful.
Jackpot. That's the wiring for
Not
the
first
jet
try,
gun.
but we didn't get a bad
I think
guy
that's
on this
everything we
one,
need
so
for the jet
take
gun.
it.
Let's head back to the motel and slap this thing together.
So now that we got some downtime here, I recommend build the wonder weapon between rounds. Building it on a round is kind of difficult, and it'll get you killed most times. Luckily, we've got some decoys I packed. Didn't mention that at the start, but it does help. You have a chance of getting
What's the dime Model
throughout the
23?
match, so those will help you get out of
Definitely
here.
not
if you need it.
Janus sanctioned. But that doesn't matter now, does
So
it?
now we're going to run over
Let's
that
see
we got
what
the
this
wonder
thing
weapon.
can
We're
do.
going to take this, and they're going to collect 3 parts. One of the parts is over here by Quick Revive. Suck it up. If you're playing keyboard and mouse, it is the left trigger,
Don't
not the
give my
right
people
trigger.
orders, Panos.
Aiming down sights does like a detonation, and it'll eat all your ammo, and you have to wait for the cooldown to expire. It's kind of funny. Happened to one of my buddies one time. We were running him through the Easter egg, and I had him do this stuff. And he goes, okay, I tried to do it, and then it exploded. And we had to sit there for like 3 minutes while it cooled down. It was pretty good. If you haven't had it happen to you yet, it will. It'll happen accidentally, even if you know it. You're doing the wrong thing.
You have all 3. My job is to assemble the LTG device.
So those are the 3 pieces
Alpha,
to the LTG
you have execute
device.
authority.
We're going to go ahead and build it on the roof of the building. Don't recommend building this
I'm worried about
in
the
the
director.
middle of the round.
I saw him when this started,
think-
and his comms went dark.
It's definitely easier to do it when you're in transition because building time takes time.
Is that just because
If you're moving quick enough, you get it off, so that's good. We're going to grab it.
Is that so?
Now we're going to head back
Who are you
to
talking to?
the church because we're going to grab our ethereal
Just a
canister.
rhetorical question, that's
And this kind of is the Ghostbusters section of the
does
run.
this LTG?
Pro tip, if you aim down sights, you actually move faster
My money
if you
would have
have
been
stamina upgraded
Yes, he
than
was.
just walking flat with the canister. So it's almost like
Sometimes survival is
a little trick that I like.
my colleagues.
But we're going to place the canister down by the trap,
Okay, fine. I'll shut up.
just like Ghostbusters. And we're going to clear out some of the enemies here.
There's one in the titanium dimensional gateway
We're
machine.
super lucky.
Pick it up.
We'll get enough money for
You picked the wrong day to have a head.
the triple armor plating.
Monster. Where's the
And then we got enough to go purple tier on our weapon, which is also huge, so we're going to prioritize that. Just keeps us in the game. I think we're pretty hard right now. No reason to pack beyond pack 1 until we're getting ready for the final boss fight. So we got 2 guys around, that's good. Let's drop the LTG. This is something we got to defend here. For a minute, there's going to be guys that spawn in at 4 corners. They have purple eyes. Only the purple eyes run in. Just clear them out as you see them. Keep your eye on that mini map. Make sure they don't hit the spawner. If a couple go in, that's okay, but just try to do your very best to prevent as many of them from going in. Don't worry about him unless he's absolutely annoying and there's nothing you can do about it. Then we'll take him down. But he's no threat to us. There we go. Alright, so we're going to spawn the boss. It is a 50-50 shot whether or not you get the Mangler or the dog. So just get him down to a point where he's got 1 head and he's a little weakened. You'll notice he'll have some purple floating around him. He's at that point where he's kind of like in trouble right there. So that's the perfect point to cue him up for a trap. So we're going to hang out right here. Trap. Did it. Boom.
We've got your
Life
truck
goes in.
Now what?
Grab the canister and move on. See how I'm walking real slow, but if I aim down sights, I kind of
Bring the canister
have like
to the
a
SDG machine.
burst.
Quick, before it fizzles out.
I know on SMGs it's dramatically different. You notice it.
I can't wait for you to see
Now
the
he's gonna
outcome
drop
of your
this. The machine's gonna drop this reader.
Time
It's
to
gonna
find
go around
and
the
fill the
map
last
and do
canister.
the inverse.
Hands
So if you see, it's gonna have
the
low,
Strauss
medium, and
counter.
high. Right here it's medium. So
I
that means I'm
named
gonna hit
them
this
after
button
the
twice.
undisputed
Set it.
authority on dark ether
The
energies.
inverse
You really should
of the
look
middle
them up.
is the middle.
Did that get it done?
And
We
then
won't
we're
know,
gonna go over
Blanchard,
to
until
the
all 3 are
next
properly
one,
tuned.
which is over by the shed.
Light elemental
Top. This is an
particles.
area most
They'll
people don't
neutralize
go.
the dark
So this
energy
is low, so we're gonna
surrounding
go
the
and hit it
canister.
3 times. 1,
But it
2,
takes some fine-tuning. The frequencies
3.
are
Now it's red. That's
temperament.
considered high. So we're gonna a little tricky there. And we're gonna go over to the last one. Hopefully we get all 3. Hopefully this one's high. It is. Awesome. Great example. So this one, we do the inverse of high is low. So we're just going to hit it once. And you'll notice all 3 of these guys are going to start shooting their beams.
Okay.
At the
That
trap.
canister by the gas station should be accessible now.
Fantastic.
Good. Let's get to work filling it.
At this point, I'm just stats heavy.
So before we clear this round, we are going to grab our trap, set it, and then we have to run back. I forgot to grab the LTG. So we put our trap right next to that one. Perfect. This is a good excuse, actually. We have enough points right now to go grab triple armor. I also recommend double tapping your gun, double pack punching your gun. Whatever you prefer. If you want to go defense or offense, it's up to you. Both are solid options. Most of the time I save up for double pack, but for the sake of the video,
Here, have a bullet.
keep it quick. Go ahead and grab triple armor. Now I picked up the LTG, which you can see is in my inventory right there. If you push tab, or I think on Xbox or PlayStation, it's the back button. You'll notice you've got it. We're gonna run through here and clear out some of the zombies, so we've only got a few left. We got zombies left. Straight. Okay, just 2. So we're gonna spawn them in now. Again, clear out the purple zombies as they come in. Zombies with regular eyes are red. Objective here.
Hey, we finally need that portal fully open. Defend the LTG.
Having a tough time. Especially when we have zombies from all around.
Protect that gear, Alpha Team. Give it the time it needs.
We got that next boss in. Now this one you kind of got to be careful with depending on how much you can punch your weapon. He will drop fast if you want to. Aim for the head, backpedaling until it breaks his armor, and just keep shooting. Face. Now he's in a purple state.
Lead it to an ether trap.
We're gonna hit the trap.
In the third basement with that kind of
Is that enough dark ether energy?
We're gonna grab it.
Indeed, my SDG equipment can now end this nightmare. Or so I'm told. That canister is
Perfect. So
leaking like
we
a sieve.
are actually
Get
queued
into
up
the
for the
SDG
final
pronto.
boss fight at round 13.
Thanos, when this is over, we'll need you to come in for debrief.
So if you're playing in
That's an
regular
order,
mode,
copy.
this is a great
Well,
point in
Blanchard,
time
you
to
have
actually
your
run it,
orders,
because if you do
and I have
hold
mine.
out for the later rounds because you're trying to pack and punch your guns or get set up or do what you got to do, the boss's health will go up. Now in directed mode it's kind of nice because the boss's health does not go up. So we're going to use this time, we're not going to activate it just yet. We are going to kind of farm up some materials, some equipment, some resources, whatever we'd like to get more comfortable for the boss fight. If this is your first time ever doing this fight, I recommend perking up, getting
fast and efficient. Just like
maybe
West Point Talk.
electric cherry. Struggling with some plates here. I melee in between putting plates on. That way, if there's like a sliver, you don't want to waste a plate. You don't. We got a key actually, I forgot to talk about this. We opened the bank vault, and now that you have a key, you can go into the bank vault. There's going to be 500 credits, so sometimes running in with double points is the goal. We'll pick those up and we'll open a random one. So let's go ahead and go with this one. Alright. Totally random. Awesome. We got a decoy. I'll take it. I had to drop my decoys before for the piece of the Easter egg. Once you've finished tuning those pieces of equipment, you no longer need it. So grabbing a decoy is a solid additional option.
Like popping an undead temperature. Hit him with the old cattle prod.
I'm saving up here real quick for double attack and punches, and I'm going to go ahead and run it and start the fight. It's not terrible if you stay on top of what you're doing. If you let the guys spawn and get out of control a little bit, then you're going to have a harder time. If you wanted to as well, you can
Don't mind
save
me.
up
Working out the kinks.
salvage. You can see I got 2,000 right now. It takes 5,000 to get that final upgrade in the arsenal for legendary, but it is a surefire bet to make it through this Easter egg. It will make your damage far greater than whatever they anticipated for somebody to have it around 15. Makes it fun, I guess, but sometimes it takes the fun out of it if you like the heat, the pressure, if you like moving, surviving, boss fighting, so. Happy with that. We're gonna go ahead and start up this boss fight. Tap on it. I'm gonna hit double tap.
Activate the simultaneous dimensional
Double
gateway.
tap. I keep calling it double tap. Double tap. Coolest skin, by the way. Blue and red with sharp.
SDG will unleash a
So what's gonna happen
neutralizing
here
energy
is
wave.
there's gonna be little guys that spawn in
And then,
corner of the map. And
bye-bye,
eventually
Darky.
you're gonna need to kill enough of them to fill
Kill
up
those
the
ugly
box.
bastards. Kill them all.
Device, it's soul. Kind of like custom on the Black Ops 3, you got soul box. We're just gonna make sure that
Bingo!
we
Every few kills
run around
empowers
the
the
side,
SDG. Trust me,
fill up that
we
box.
want that orb to keep growing.
A lot of English Oh man, another great thing you can have that spawns before the boss fight. If you're concerned about making a train in this kind of tight of a space, or you want to have all your stuff in the fight, getting one of those huge injectors that turns you into a mangler is a great way to survive in this room. It is an awesome lifeline and can get you out of a hard time pretty quickly. Same thing with the armor that I have. You'll notice I haven't actually used my friendly guard. I've been saving it in the case that I'm going to go down. But especially this room, you want to have it queued up and ready to go before this room.
Oh, it's just as you promised. The energy orb is growing.
Not ideal. Get our first boss. So there's our first boss. He gets out there. He's a little bit
Lights
angrier
out
than
after
the
dinner,
rest. He's got a
asshole.
demon head above him. Running, turning, and don't walk in the same direction you did to get here. Now we're holding out again for the next one, which is going to be the, I think it's Margwa? It's a dog with the 3 heads. Fun fact, if you have Dying Wish on your quick revive, like I do, and you don't go down until you beat the Easter egg, there's a wipe mechanic that sends everybody to the ground to do the cutscene. If you have Dying Wish will proc, and then you actually don't go down. It's a little silly, but it's kind of fun. Clean up a little bit more here. See, some of them that we destroy have blue lights going out that go into the control box, helping us progress. And we're shooting them as we see them. We're not letting them build up. We're keeping the pressure off at this point. It's manageable. Start training them, they get a little overwhelmed. That down. So that is the Easter egg, folks.
Don't look so
You
shocked.
guys here. You
Yeah,
see
just
that white
come.
mechanic I was talking about.
Finally! Free!
Boom, right there. See how it says dying wish uses remaining too?
Alpha team, I'll copy. Somebody tell me what just happened. Any station this net, what is your status? Enos, you hurt them. I swear.
No interruptions for this next part.
Thank you, my friends, for volunteering to take my place here. Or, in your parlance, thank you for being voluntold. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a few scores to settle. Bye-bye, Dark Ether.
Alrighty, folks. Congratulations on completing the first of 3 maps so far on Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you liked the tutorial and it was helpful to you, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. And if there's any additional content you want me to accomplish or anything else you want to see, feel free to reach out.